A long time ago, in a place not so far away, there was once a time in the 20th century when America did not have cars. Before the invention of cars, people would ride bicycles, wagons, carriages, and trains to get around town. In 1890, cars were available, but they were very expensive, so many U.S. citizens did not buy cars. However, when a man named Henry Ford invented an efficient, affordable car called the Model T in 1908, cars became a big hit in the United States. By 1920, 1.5 million cars were sold. 9 years later, that number increased to approximately 5 million sold. This was the age of consumerism in the United States, a time when buying material goods was prominent. For that reason, people often visited stores, and now that Americans had cars, they would drive to the store, and when they drove to the store, they usually parked near the store where they were shopping. In those days, there were no laws or requirements for people to move their cars at any time. Therefore, when people parked to shop, they stayed. If cars stayed, other people could not park, driving away possible customers to the businesses, not to mention adding to the crowding in public streets. The U.S. did not plan for all this crowding. Parking reduced downtown street area from one-third to one-half. Other types of transportation, like trucks and wagons, took up space on the street as well. Something had to be done about this. Cities implemented human operators as well as traffic lights and signs to control the traffic, but regardless of their efforts, traffic was still a major problem in cities. A committee was formed to solve the problem. Will they be able to find a solution?
I was looking at it.
Okay, let's get started. We'll start with roll call. Frederick?
Here.
Wilson? Here. Rossborough? Present. Smith? Here. And last but not least, Chairman McGee? Here. Alright then, now let's talk about ideas for alleviating traffic congestion. Anyone? No idea is a bad idea, so don't be afraid to speak up. How about we make an age-based parking system, like we would have different time ranges where people of different ages can park. Like, people 18 from 29 can park from 8 to 12:30, and people from 30 to 59 can park from 12:30 to 5, and people 16 and up can park from 50 to 9:30. After 9:30, we shut down the parking. How is that? Okay, I'll write that down. Age-based parking system. Anyone else? Ooh, why don't we ask people nicely to move their car? Okay, I'll write that down. Yes, nicely. Okay, any more ideas? We get rid of parking spaces, and no one can park. We don't want to completely eliminate parking, Smith. We just want to reduce congestion. But you said no idea is a bad idea. Fine, I'll write that down. Destroy parking spaces. Anyone else? Any helpful answers? We can send a bunch of animals to attack the cars. That will relieve congestion indeed. What? Bad idea? Oh, what is wrong with you guys? I know I said no idea is a bad idea, but these are bad ideas. I mean, really bad. Wilson! You want to make an age-based parking system that allows people of different ages to park at certain times. What if someone is sick in a person's family and they are 26 and needing to buy medicine for a loved one, but since it's 5 in the evening, he can't park, leaving his family member to die? Plus, you want people 60 and older to park at night. Do you even know how dangerous that could be? Frederick! You wanted to nicely ask people to move their cars out of the way so that others could park. Did you even think about if everyone said no? What then? Will we just sit back and let the problem continue? Smith! Getting rid of parking spaces would not only cost a bit on cash, but it would also not help our problem. If we destroy all the parking spaces, just think of all the business owners that will come banging at our door because they have no more customers. And you! Your idea is just crazy! Attacking people with animals. We could be arrested for such foolery. Is there anyone in here who has a good idea? What about a timing device that gives people a certain window of time to park, and then they leave? Well, that's great. Now what do we do when they don't listen to the device? Well, what's the number one thing that drives people to do anything? Money. We can set it up so that people park and they pay money for it to stay there. The timer starts and the person goes and shops. If they do not come back in time, they will pay a fine or get their car towed. And the money can be collected by the local government as revenue. How's that? You know, that just might work. Alright, I'll tell the state about this. They'll love it! Meeting adjourned! Woo!
Once McGee got the okay to make his machine, he went to work. McGee, however, did not know how to make his idea a reality. So in 1935, McGee, along with engineering professors Gerald A. Hale and Holger George Thewson, created the parkometer. The first parking meter came into service in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma on July 16, 1935. It was installed on 1st Street and Robinson Avenue, a busy downtown street in Oklahoma City. The meter charged 5 cents an hour with fines of $20 for expired meters. The reaction to the meter was less than favorable.
What is this? I don't know, some kind of device, I think. I see that. What I don't see is why it's in a parking space, and every other parking space as well. Well, maybe it's a gambling machine. Hey, try putting a coin in. Okay. Why is it ticking? Did you win? I don't think this is a gambling machine, Joe. It seems like some kind of timer for parking. A timer for parking, and you have to pay for it? It's just nonsense.
Hi, Dave, Joe. How's it going?
Hey, Ben. Things are okay. Except for this infernal nickel-stealing contraption.
What is this?
It's some kind of parking timer. You have to pay for parking now. And on top of that, you can't park as long as you want.
Well, that's just nonsense.
That's what I said.
This is crazy. Do you know how much I shop here? I spend a lot of money here. I can't pay for a meter every time I park. I'm going to sue for this. This is un-American.
Despite opposition, the parkometer significantly helped the parking problem and also brought in more money for local governments. However, local Oklahoma citizens didn't like the idea of paying for parking. In fact, some Americans brought the idea to court, like our friend Ben, claiming it was un-American. The efforts to get rid of the parking meters not only failed, but also helped it grow in popularity as the highly publicized court cases were noticed by the rest of the nation. Parking meters became so popular that in the 1940s, more than 140,000 meters were being used in the United States. By 1951, about 1 million parking meters were installed all around America. Remarkably, the style of the parking meter did not change significantly until the 1980s, when the parking meter progressed in modernization. Now, in addition to the single parking meter, there are double head meters, multi-space meters that monitor many spaces at once, digital meters and pay by credit card, pay by phone meters, solar power meters, and in-vehicle parking meters that are put in the dashboard to show proof of pavement. Today, the parking meter can be found not only in the United States but worldwide. It has become an important tool in enforcing on-street parking policies and controlling traffic in addition to providing a source of revenue for local governments. Who would think an invention from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma would have such an impact on the world? Thank you and good night.